name is Kashim Shatima. I represent the beleaguered but proud people of Borno Central Territorial Zone in Borno State. Beheading of 67 farmers in Borno State by Boko Haram Insurgents, need for urgent decisive action. The Senate should note that Borno State has been the epicenter of the despicable activities of Boko Haram for over a decade, during which a conservative estimate of 40,000 people, mostly unarmed civilians, were brutally murdered. 2.5 million people displaced from their homes and farms. Property worth trillions of naira wantonly destroyed, and over 7 million people, mostly women and children, plunged into dire humanitarian needs. The Senate should also note that the fight to control the border axis of the northeastern parts of this country has claimed thousands of lives, military and civilian alike. That the fallen men and women of our military, police and civilian JTF are our national heroes, whom we must remember, pray for, and care for their loved ones till the end of time. Aware that over the weekend, Boko Haram insurgent members beheaded 67 farmers who had gone to a rice plantation at Koshebe village in the Barmari district of Jere local government area, 20 kilometers north of Maiduguri, Borno State capital, to harvest ripe farm produce and destroy the farm. Observes that this attack is one of the major attacks perpetrated by this devilish group, in addition to the February attack in Auno that killed 40 people, the assault in Poduma Kolorom village of Gubio that killed almost 100 civilians last June, while another attack in Usman Lawanti led 40 dead. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, from the 1st of January to the 19th of this month, we have had 2,801 attacks and incidents in Borno State. Further observes that last month Boko Haram fighters killed 22 farmers working on irrigation fields near Maiduguri in 2 separate incidents. Further observes that while Nigerian Army's super camp strategy has commendably helped in reducing military fatalities, it has left rural areas, farms and roads acutely exposed to attacks. Further observes that as the Wall Street Journal documented in a recent report, and is supported by the testimonies of victims and survivors, while Maiduguri and other major cities are relatively safe, thanks to the effort of this administration, Boko Haram insurgents are literally ruling our rural areas and farms, such as the Maiduguri Damaturu Road, especially around Jakana, Dambua Maiduguri Road, and Damaturu Dapchi Road, while they mount checkpoints, rob, kill, destroy, and abduct at will. Further observes that the recent spike on deliberate, consistent and systematic targeting of herders, fishermen, loggers, and now farmers will exacerbate the major food crisis in the north, lead to an unprecedented surge in food prices across Nigeria, and seriously damage our country's economy. The Senate should further observe that whatever it is that the security chiefs are doing presently is not working, or at least not enough. And if the President insists that the security chiefs are doing their work well, then the logical implication of such assumption is that the President, as the constitutional commander-in-chief of the country, has failed in his most rudimentary assignment of securing this nation. I hope this is not the case, and I fervently believe that this is not the case. I believe that the President has the best interest of the nation at heart, and he is committed to securing the territorial integrity of this country. The Senate should further observe that we have watched verifiable footages of Nigerian soldiers struggling to quench thirst or pit themselves while trying hard to contain deadly advances of the insurgents. A case study in this is the lamentation on record last year of the former commandant of Operation Lapia Dole, General Olusegun Adeni, that his men lacked the basic weapons and equipment to successfully fight Boko Haram. It is heartening that more than 67 citizens were beheaded while they were working in their farmlands without any form of resistance or challenge from the security agencies stationed a few kilometers away. Worried that the Nigerian military, in conjunction with other security agencies up till today, have not been able to quell the insurgency affecting the region, despite the slogan by government officials that the insurgents have been technically defeated. Conclude that we cannot, as a nation, move forward until the lives of every Nigerian is protected and secured, as the primary objective of government is the security and protection of its citizens. Protecting the lives and property of citizens is the primary obligation of government, and any government that cannot discharge this basic obligation loses any iota of legitimacy. Accordingly, resolves 1. Urge the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to immediately initiate a transitionary process of phasing out the current overstate security chiefs and replacing them with new ones with new ideas and solutions. 2. Urge the President to take immediate steps to restructure, remodel, and revamp the country's entire security architecture and provide enough state-of-the-art weapons and equipment to effectively combat the belligerent power of the insurgents. 3. Urge the President to immediately initiate probe into widespread allegations of corruption and leakages within the security structure and put mechanisms in place to foster transparency and ensure all resources meant and deployed for security are actually spent on the needs on ground. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, I am not a fool. I know the consequences of unveiling a masquerade. They will unleash their foot soldiers and pundits just for merely arguing that let there be a prop of the finances that are being advanced to the Nigerian military establishment. 4. Impress on the federal government to aggressively explore multilateral and bilateral options of partnership with the neighboring nations of Chad, Niger, and Cameroon towards reviving and strengthening the multinational joint task force and finding a lasting solution to the scourge of insurgency in the Lake Chad region. 5. Impress on the government to, as a matter of urgency, recruit at least 10,000 civilian JTF, versatile with the local terrain in Borno as agro rangers under the aegis of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps to complement the efforts of the Nigerian Armed Forces. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, Borno is the second largest state in Nigeria after Niger State, with a total land mass of over 76,000 square kilometers. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, kindly note that Borno is 20 times the size of Lagos State. Borno is 14 times the size of Abia State and 3 times the size of the southeast of region fused into one. We need boots on ground, and this civilian JTF, when recruited into any of our paramilitary establishments, will be the foot soldiers that will help us in driving out the insurgents from the state. Because I am absolutely certain some will agitate that why should we give such a huge number to one state of the federation. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, securing Borno, securing the northeast is securing Nigeria. As I have repeatedly said, if we allow this insurgency to take over the northeast, it is capable of metastasizing into a bigger conflagration that might consume the whole nation. So I wish to make a fervent appeal and prayer to the government of the Federation and this esteemed House to support this move to recruit the civilian JTF into the paramilitary establishment. 6, direct NEMA and NEDC to provide succor and psychological support to the bereaved families. 7, impress on the federal government to provide proper welfare for security personnel fighting in the front lines and give prime attention to the compensation and welfare of fallen soldiers, as that will boost the soldiers' morale and their concentration. And lastly, finally, as a way of proffering long-term solution to Nigeria's existential security challenges, the federal and state governments must adequately address all immediate and remote causes of insecurity in the nation. This must include comprehensive packages of education, employment, and social vices. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, I want to thank you most profoundly for giving us this platform to air our views. Nigeria belongs to all of us, and we are all stakeholders in the Nigeria project. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Senator